It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. It's been an awesome show thus far. So let's continue to hit you right in the fields. This has got to be undoubtedly one of the coolest campaigns we were privileged enough to be a part of, because it was so personal and so motivational and so special. At the end of last year, Woolworths ran, can't believe it was that long ago, ran its Bring It Home for Christmas campaign with their media partners, Metro FM, and of course ourselves, Expresso. And through the campaign, Woolies helped a whopping 100 people to spend time, very special time, with their families over Christmas. It's actually making me a bit emotional. It's weird. A trip that they could not normally afford. And the campaign was so successful, in fact, that it recently won the Content Council's Pearl Impact Award for the best use of social media, a highly prestigious international marketing award. So before we applaud, let's take a quick look at what Woolies did this last December.
And if you've had a chance to change someone's life, or even your own, why wouldn't you? Myself and Woolworths have been asking you to tell us about people in your life who, through a range of circumstances, can't make it home for Christmas.
My brother is a soldier, and he's so in love with this girl.
My dad was adopted. It has been a dream of mine to take him to the Eastern Cape.
There's a lady, a female car guard actually. She goes home twice a year. So let's help him cozy get home.
All you need to do is to complete the easy entry form on www.bringithome.net. The most important part, you need to write a heartfelt motivation why you wanted to bring this person home.
Thank you so much for the tremendous stories that you've been sharing with us all throughout this journey. It's been a very emotional one.
Moving away for work was the hardest thing I ever did.
Sometimes I just call him and we just breathe on the phone. When he sees me, it will be the best Christmas present he would ever get.
Hi, Crazy. Mama, we have a cookie smoothie.
Wow, so can we now get an applause so I don't burst out crying? Well, Goosebumps was kind of where the feeling begins. All of us here at Expresso are so proud and humbled to have been a part of this extraordinary campaign. And in studio, to tell us a little bit more about the award and why she thinks the campaign was so successful is Kathy Lund, Head of Content of Woolworths Marketing, who gets a massive high five from me this morning, Kathy. So we were chatting, and both looking, and then we both had to just like keep quiet and look away. Where do you even begin? Because for us, when we started the campaign, and we've been able to do some pretty cool stuff with you guys, and it felt great, and then the first story hit, and then the second story hit, and then after a while you started to, this is real lives, real people going through some really hectic stuff. Yeah. Why was this such an amazing campaign, a perfect campaign, if you will?
I think the reason why we won the award was twofold. I mean, I have to give thanks to you guys for your support. And I have to give credence to the team back at Woolies, the agency team that put this together, and the social media and the brand managers. The reason why it was so successful from a marketing perspective was because we were able to really embrace the cycle of content. Christmas for us in retail runs a long time. It's a good couple of months. So we really were able to create this campaign that kept people completely engaged. You just couldn't take your eyes off this campaign. But as you referenced earlier, I mean, undoubtedly, the main reason why this was such a success was because of the true South African stories that were told. We didn't interfere with the stories. We didn't direct them. It was all user-generated content, and they were so beautiful. And I'm glad that you are also a crier, because I can tell you that the marketing team at Woolworths cried for months on end around this campaign.
There are so many individual stories, and I wish we could continue to highlight those stories as we go, because that was really inspiring, and it just made me appreciate what I have
Completely.
so much more.
Completely.
The award that you won, because it's global and it's up against some dynamic, amazing campaigns. What do you think got you over the line? How was this able to beat out the best in the world?
Wow, I mean, thank you. The Pearl Awards are, as you said, long-standing, very prestigious. They've been around since 2004. They're an international campaign, awards campaign, and the Pearl Impact Awards, which they introduced this year, was for emerging categories. So it's digital, it's tech, it's innovation, it's data-driven, data strategy campaigns. And I think what really set us apart was that, as I referenced earlier about content cycles, it's really important. This was a content marketing campaign that we won for. And I think we played the platforms that we had very, very, very well. Yeah, so I think that was really what the success was and what pushed us over the edge. And the content matter. I mean, you can't not but be moved.
Well, it was authentic. Now, we were incredibly lucky that when we talk about authentic engagement, it's not just about blasting a message out there, and especially when it plays on the social media space, but in ours, this kind of wonderful cross-pollination of TV and social media, that's very much our kind of our real house, if you will. 1.16 million people we were able to engage with in a very real way. What other stats emerged here? Because ultimately, you've got to go back to the powers that be and say, this worked because of this.
Yeah, completely. So, I mean, our social reach was phenomenal, and that's where we really saw such power. 7.3 million impressions, which means that that's the amount of people that were exposed and actually engaged with this campaign. And as far as actual engagement, we had 630,000 plus. And if you can imagine that that's people who are liking and posting and replying and sharing. I mean, there was just an army of people in South Africa just getting behind this campaign. So, we were very pleased.
Can you remember the moment when this first idea birthed?
This has been pollinating.
Was it one person's kind of light bulb moment who said, like, you know what, let's do this, boom, or?
You know what, it's been pollinating, it had been pollinating for a while, and we knew that this Christmas particularly, the feeling around South Africa was so low at the time that we were heading into this, and we just were like, what can Woolworths do to do something special, to make a change in this country, to affect smiles and love and bringing together of South Africans. And Suad Holland, who is our head of creative director, she sat with it and she just came up with this beautiful formula that played out over all these months, and we didn't even question it. We just got behind it. We were like, let's make this happen.
It's honestly one of the most perfect. Can I just very quickly, was there one story that hit you hardest? Can you?
So the story that we told of Zama and her son Kwezi, I mean, I've never cried like that in a working space. I usually am quite pulled together, but I have to say that there was barely a person around the table that didn't just completely weep. She was so authentic. She was so beautiful. And like so many mothers, she had to do well by her family. She had to move away for work. And, as a mother myself, it is a South African story, a long-standing South African story. And, she just wanted to be with her son for Christmas. And we made that happen. But what they gave us as South Africans, the story that they shared with us, was far more than what we as Woolies were able to do for them. So we are so grateful to Zama and Kwezi. He's such a beautiful child. The family unit are just so strong and beautiful. And to be able to reunite them at Christmas time was a blessing, and we were humbled to do it.
Well, we were humbled to be a part of this campaign. I mean, we could chat about the dynamics of it for hours because it really was, as I said, a perfect combination and formula. So well done.
Thank you.
And take the kudos. Take that international kudos and wear it proudly. But it's also really important that we send this message to the commercial fraternity that you can turn a marketing campaign into something authentic and truly life-changing. So thank you so much to Woolworths for making a real difference in so many lives, including ours on a very personal level. And for our part, we promise to always bring our talents, our insights, and our greater Expresso family. And you guys are a family and treat us like that, from our presenters to our millions of viewers, together to change people's lives for the good. Not just today, but every day. That is what Expresso is all about, spreading the love and touching lives. And we promise that together with our partners, we will absolutely stay committed to doing that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I love you.